What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary 41, like my sponsor, Steel Supplements. Link and discount code down in the description, as well as a link to try their fat burner for just $3. I use it with fasted cardio twice a week. Only take one pill, please. I think you guys will enjoy it. And secondarily, we will only a couple days left. 5 days left. Best promotion they've offered. Deposit $5. They'll give you 2 stocks for free. If you just join, they'll still give you 1. And with fractional shares now, you can buy into companies like EA Sports, 2K Sports, AMC, GameStop, whatever you want to buy into. I want to talk about the road that Madden is taking right now with EA Sports because it reminds me very much of where we were last year. You can see Terrence Ross, who wants to see a rematch in Madden, and you can see only 1,000, 1,500 people voted here. And you can see the results weren't overwhelmingly yes because no one cares, right? As a matter of fact, EA chimes in, this is must-see TV, and Big Shaq says, yeah, we'd rather see you put that effort into your games. Not just Madden, but any game. Big Shaq, he's not going to be specific about what game EA needs to get better. Just overall. And I understand that there's going to be people that come out and say, listen, all gaming companies have to do this. This is promoting the game. But the reality is they can't get away from how bad their games are, even when trying to promote it. I mean, the fact of the matter is, this is something that should be generating interest. This is something that should be bringing eyes to the game. And instead, it's doing the exact opposite of what it's intended to do. You go forward, you take a look at them trying to promote Season 2 of The Yard. It's really interesting to me when you go back and look at the first video I did on The Yard, all the negativity and the pushback I got for saying that the digital clothing would be one of the worst things that happens to this game, that EA should be embarrassed. And they hit a new low selling digital clothes. And so many people told me this is not what's going to happen. This is you lying. This is you over-dramatizing. This is you fabricating. This is what you do. EA is never, ever going to sell digital clothes. And look what happened. Sure. They brought a lot of branding in. They brought a lot of culture in. They brought a lot of independent creators in. And that's fantastic. But did it have to be done at the sake of $1? I don't know. I think EA makes enough money off their copy and paste product. But as you can see, they're now pushing The Yard as a live service. To be honest with you, that's kind of Madden's new catchword, live service. Everything now is a live service. You're not buying a game. You're buying a live service. And all this means is we're going to update it and add things throughout the year. Guess what? That's the expectation we have from games, EA Sports. As a matter of fact, you constantly patching your game helped prove to us that there is a live service element here, because your game is never ready when it's in the box. Now, the reality is, yes, they're going to make some changes to The Yard and Superstar KO. Yes, they're going to cross-pollinate these games more into Madden so that maybe if you haven't played it in the past, you'll start to play it now, or if you were playing it in the past, there's more incentive for you to continue to play it as it blends in other modes. But when we go back and we take a look at these things, I don't really feel like they speak to what those gamers want. I don't want SpongeBob Stadium. I don't really want, although it sounds fun, to have Rugrats Field where Angelica throws a pass to Reptar. I realize that we have the capacity to do this now, that we can have some Double Dare game if we really wanted to, but do we really want that? Is that simulation football? Do I want to go from Rugrats Field to the Colts practice stadium? I don't know. I don't think so. But the first response to this from Rowberry is, so wait, The Yard and Face of Franchise have cross progression? Stop forcing your crummy game modes. This is absolutely accurate. It's unnecessarily put into other game modes. Just make simulation football. This is the first response. This isn't my response. This isn't me telling Rowberry what to say. This is the community. I'm not telling you to go downvote seeing celebrities and athletes play Madden. I'm not telling you to go respond to what EA puts in the game negatively. This is just what's been happening. He literally says the Yard player is front and center on the Madden menu. And that is absolutely correct. When you start Madden last year, you're looking at this player every time. How many people looked at that player and then never engaged in the yard for more than 3 hours? EA has these numbers. Remember when they tried to show us the yard with celebrities and athletes, and the game went into a glitch where no one could pick up the ball and they had to kick it out of bounds? I remember. It was that incomplete of a game mode then, and it's probably going to be that incomplete of a game mode now. But now you're just forcing this cross progression, which, dare I say, is only going to create its own issues when you have to patch independent game modes, where maybe we even run into the possibility of, if one of these game modes needs to be patched and restarted, it'll impact the other game modes that you're already playing. There's no need to bring the Yard or Superstar KO and Face of the Franchise together. None. Give us a legitimate training camp first, and then worry about anything else. I mean, I already know at EA Sports, you're looking at it as very logical to do this, right? Because you're taking the assets from the Yard, you're taking the stadiums and the fields, and you're copying them, and then you're pasting them in to Face of the Franchise as, the Nike headquarters. So to the people working there, there's already this ebb and flow of, these game modes belong together, but they really don't. And your gamers know that they don't. And your gamers don't buy your product for the Yard. We've never bought Madden for the Yard. And while we've never bought Madden for Face of the Franchise, what we have bought is the hope that you would look at what 2K has done with my player and give us something similar. What we hoped is that you would go back to your Superstar mode, where you could play on defense, which you just now gave us this year, interestingly enough, and that we could have that experience. What we asked for was an actual environment that we can grow a player in that becomes detailed and specific to us as a gamer, and intriguing, and interesting, and riveting, and something that is going to want to make us turn on the console and play this game because it is truly my player, which is a unique experience to me and different than you. But what you gave us was a cinematic movie that makes us all have the same exact experience and then forces us into game modes we never wanted to play to begin with. Even when every single time we booted the game up last year, we were met with this game mode that we never wanted, didn't ask for, and probably didn't play. I have never played one game of the Yard. I have never played one game of Superstar KO. And I don't think I'm alone when I say that. And you know what? If I'm playing Face of the Franchise and I have to go out to the Yard and I have to go out to Superstar KO so I can see, DJ Khaled warming up on the sidelines, I'm probably going to be less willing to play those game modes at that point because it's making me do something I don't want to do, which is the whole point of a video game, to do something you can't do in real life, like become a professional football player and live vicariously through a game. Not be thrown into game modes that you don't even want because they're focused on all the wrong things, trying to force this improvement that they've made. Trying harder to look like they've improved the game than actually improve the game. This is why, if this game fails, it is going to once again fail in spectacular fashion. If they thought last year was a pushback against this game, start doing stuff like this. Start taking your gamer and pushing them into these game modes that we're predisposed to dislike because we already feel like all they did was take resources, time, and energy away from making the game that we want good to be good. That's what EA misses. All these responses for downvotes, people like Thomas here, people like myself, we just want a better game. And we see things hindering getting a better game, we're going to respond to those in a constructive way. and tell you, stop. Stop it. The Yard. Superstar KO. Enough. Sit down and make a better football game. Get your X's and O's football game right, and then worry about what Big Bird's arm strength is going to be if he throws deep to Oscar the Grouch, and how Oscar's going to catch it with the lid or his hands. Love to know your guys' thoughts on this. Appreciate you checking this video out. And you know, when EA is continuing to try to promote a game and it falls on beyond deaf ears, I will be back in the week with more comments.